KSI's recent behavior has a lot of people questioning whether he's in the middle of a mental breakdown or not. And it all begins with Lunchly, the Lunchables competitor launched by Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and the subject of today's video, JJ Olatunji. You'll have to forgive me for butchering his name. It's foreign, and I am a hateful person.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Now, the product itself seems innocuous enough. It's the same goy slob that's been peddled to the entire American public for 100 years now, but now it's being peddled by a big company owned by 3 big YouTubers. From a business perspective, it actually seems pretty smart that you would do something like this because children will see that Prime and Feastables are in it, and they'll threaten to buy a rope if their parents don't buy it for them. But not everyone saw this as such a harmless, run-of-the-mill, typical product.
I can't watch these anymore. The thing just creeps me out.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know any better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Dan's post got hundreds of thousands of likes, with people supporting it in droves. I think this tweet in general is kind of silly. The idea that YouTubers sell products for any reason other than to make money is, well, naive at best and retarded at worst. But other people began piling onto this take. There was one criticism being made towards it of it being marketed as a healthy or healthier alternative to Lunchables, when in reality that's not really what they said in the ad. They just said it was better for you than Lunchables. And Lunchables is bottom of the barrel slop trash that has me rubbing my belly with glee anytime I see it because I am a goblin. So frankly, it's not hard or even incorrect for them to make the claim that it is healthier than Lunchables because it is. And then there were more hard-hitting criticisms, which I can't speculate on too much because I'm not a scientist, like people claiming that Lunchly contained dangerously high levels of lead. In all fairness, I also love eating lead. But instead of ignoring the hatred, KSI took a very different approach to this whole thing. He pointed out that Dan had sold cheap, plastic, trashy toys in the past, which definitely falls under the category of selling things for the purpose of making money. And the community note would swoop in to point out that KSI had worked with these same exact companies in the past. But that completely misses the point of what he was saying. KSI was calling Dan a hypocrite. KSI isn't saying that he wasn't selling this product, Lunchly, to make money. He's saying that Dan did the same thing. He got a lot of hate for this, but he would end up doubling down, showing that Dan had also sold candy in the past, specifically to his audience of drooling Minecraft children. So in a way, he is right. Dan did sell candy to kids, and he is a little bit hypocritical here. But I wouldn't call it splitting hairs to acknowledge the fact that Dan did this 10 years ago, and he also didn't own any stake in this company. He just did a one-time sponsorship, which does make it substantively, it makes it different, okay? It's not as bad, okay? Regardless of whatever differences we can point out, KSI is kind of right here. I think there is this naive idea in people's heads that when they watch a YouTuber, they are a nice, cool guy who's like connecting with them specifically, and they're not just trying to rinse them for cash. They don't expect YouTubers to sell a shitty product, and if they do, they think that it's like a gift to their fans somehow. It's not. They are making money off of you. You are merely a number on the screen of these large YouTubers, and how could you not be? You're definitely all numbers on my screen, and by the way, thank you for buying the merch.
Okay.
But it was too late for KSI. He had awakened the Reddit horde, and once he got their attention, he made every possible move he could to continue antagonizing them. He said he would be apologizing for everything in a tweet, but the site link was actually just this click-through page where it would say, here's my apology, you're almost there, just click one more time. And then if you got to the end, it would just automatically pre-save his, at the time, upcoming new single hit track. People on Twitter decided to community note him for this, saying, oh, this is not a real apology, and as a result, he further antagonized them, insisting that the apology is there and the community notes were being abused. And he would once again awaken the Reddit army to respond. Not only is the link 100% misleading, which breaks X guidelines, it's also a marketing tactic by WMG, who created the site, that's using anger surrounding his controversies to promote his new single. The same tactic was also recently used for the song, but with Jake Paul. If you looked at his Twitter at the time, it seemed like KSI was trying his best to seem totally unbothered about all of this. And to his credit, most of the people who were mad at him were very annoying, okay? I think you can tell that I don't like a lot of them. But I think the cracks would finally begin to show with his response video to the whole situation. The entire thing is really just him downplaying the whole drama and making it seem like it's not a big deal. He also points out that other YouTubers have promoted candy and they got no backlash for it. And in a way, he's right. Recently, Kai Cenat teased that he would be doing a collaboration with McDonald's, which is 1000% more goy slop than anything that KSI is doing right now, and nobody cared. This whole controversy really has very little to do with what the actual product is. It's one of those situations where the thing that people say they are mad at is not actually the real thing that they are mad at. The main problem here is that all of the people promoting promoting this product are extremely unlikable. Logan Paul, to start off with, has a really funny history of controversies. From filming an actual corpse in his notorious Japanese forest video. Oh guys, I think there's a Feastable over there. Little known fact, someone actually made a video game about this incident where you have to go through the woods and try to find bodies. Microsoft Store approved, by the way. Extremely based moment. Then you have the CryptoZoo scandal, which many have said is evidence of him scamming his audience out of millions of dollars. He's currently suing the YouTube journalist who exposed him for all of that, by the way, so great moves, Logan. And Logan himself has also recently been served 2 separate lawsuits regarding his drink brand Prime, one claiming he failed to pay out a massive contract to his bottling supplier, and one from the Olympics, yes, like the actual Olympics, claiming that he misused their branding to promote his product. And Prime itself is a very integral part of Lunchly. There's a Prime in every one.
More liquid.
Double the amount of liquid.
And then there's Mr. Beast. I mean, where even to start with him? I could do a whole iceberg video on his controversies. From his close friend and associate Chris Tyson having very inappropriate interactions with minors,
Chris, go away. Briz up kids another day.
to him faking aspects of his videos in competitions, supposedly running illegal lotteries, hiring a registered child love enthusiast, a true scholar, who then appeared in his videos that were viewed by millions of children, allegedly mistreating contestants on his new Amazon game show series, multiple of which are now suing him for it. You know, come to think of it, I think I will do a Mr. Beast controversies iceberg at some point, because that will be a good video. And then there's KSI, who up until this point in time has had a relatively clean track record, apart from defending his business partners.
Reason why I don't buy Prime Drink to support KSI, to support Logan Paul. I'm guessing this is because of the whole crypto thing going on about him. Let's hear his side of it. Let's hear his side before we crucify him, because how many times have we jumped to conclusions and it's just been completely false?
I can totally respect the idea of wanting to wait for both sides before you comment on this kind of thing, but at the same time, I think everyone can agree that Logan Paul did totally mishandle the CryptoZoo scandal. From not being nearly involved enough in development, to when he hired a professional con artist to work on the project. Then when he got exposed, he threatened to sue CoffeeZilla. Then he apologized for it and said he would try to pay back all the investors, even thanking CoffeeZilla for his coverage. And then when the investors filed a class action lawsuit against Logan, he decided to sue Coffee anyway. I think at the very least, whether or not you think that Logan is a scammer, everyone can agree that he grossly mishandled that entire situation, and he didn't do everything in his power to follow through with that project to the point of success. And in the aftermath, he's lashing out against his critics to silence them.
With this whole situation with Jimmy, he's dealing with it. And I know some people are like, Dr. Disrespect came out and said that he talked to a minor. You tweeted and said that you were disappointed, Yes, because I was a fan of Dr. Disrespect. There's proof online that shows I'm a fan. That shows that I watched him. With, what's her name? Ava. With the whole Ava situation, I don't care about her. I didn't watch Jimmy for Ava. I watched Jimmy for Jimmy.
Yeah, I think the only person watching Jimmy for Ava was probably Flight Reacts.
Gentlemen, how are we able to...
I don't expect KSI to defend Mr. Beast or answer for his controversies personally. I doubt there is some unique knowledge he has on the situation that he could put out there that would fix it all. But I do think it would have been better for him to just say, hey, my business partner has some serious allegations against him. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not. I'm just going to wait to see how all this pans out before I officially speak my mind on it. But instead, he gives this very tonally weird response where he kind of pretends like none of it actually matters, when obviously there are some serious criticisms and questions to ask about Mr. Beast.
I've realized why. It's because people just hate us. People just hate us. People hate Logan Paul, okay? They hate Mr. Beast and they hate me on Twitter, okay?
What's missing here is that there are some real reasons to not like both Logan Paul and Jimmy Donaldson. This isn't all just cancel culture, manufactured hate. There are a lot of questions being asked of them, and frankly, you can't really blame anyone for thinking they're both bad people. But what KSI made sure the audience didn't miss out on is his constant fake laughing, which he cannot stop doing. The very weird tone of this whole thing was definitely not lost on the audience. Even a lot of his fans were like, bro, just like, what are you doing? But at this point, I expected KSI to shut his mouth. Clearly, this whole act is not really appealing to the audience, and even his own subreddit was starting to bully him over it. But he would not stop. He posted about it again and again and again. Another one, another one, another one, leading right up to the release of his new song. From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. It quickly became the meme of the month to piss all over the song and call it terrible. Thank you, KSI, you hero. My 83-year-old grandpa hasn't been able to walk in years, but when you released this song, he finally stood up and turned this shit off.
KSI, this shit is so fucking ass, bitch! Quit fucking music! Quit that shitty ass shit! Turn that shit off! Turn that trash ass fucking shit off! I'm sick of hearing that goddamn soul!
The song became so popular to hate on, whether as a meme or because people actually didn't like it, that he got ratioed by a comment on his own song. Honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artist, different theme, different message, different genre, it could be good. This comment got more likes than the song itself. How?
If the whole thing was different, it would be better, right? Fantastic. This was literally my top comment. If anything, it's actually the most liked comment on the fucking music video. It's got more likes than my actual music video. A comment! 202,000 likes on this comment. Why aren't you liking the video? Yo, this is crazy. This hate. Well, I'm getting the same treatment as Rebecca Black when she released Friday. But my music is good!
It is totally freaking insane. Even Rebecca Black herself, who made Friday, one of the most hated songs of all time, was offering her condolences to give KSI a shoulder to cry on. Certified Reddit business Opera GX made an extension that automatically mutes the song in case you click on it by accident. And at this point, you get two different schools of thought emerging amongst the Twitter scientists. You have one camp that believes KSI is baiting people to get more attention on the song and he's all just the master manipulator. And then you have the other that believes he is having a legitimate mental breakdown and are not really concerned for his health, but maybe they should be. These stupid fans leave trash comments on my new song thinking they're getting to me. You're not. It's not funny. It's boring. You're wasting your time. Imagine so much time and effort into making a song for people to then repeatedly take the piss out of it online. I get it's trendy to hate me right now, but can we move on? Or I might quit music altogether at this rate, not gonna lie, man. Aiden Ross invited KSI onto his stream where Aiden was basically clip farming the entire time, going back and forth between saying that he liked the song to saying that he only liked it as a meme to saying it was straight up bad, and KSI melted down over it.
Why am I so mad? Have you seen what I've been going through?
Okay,
these
but
past
I'm
few
not-
fucking days.
At the level of popularity this guy is at, he has to know that acknowledging the hate in any form is just going to make it worse. So if he's actually complaining about it, then he definitely knows that he's just going to be attracting more and more hate to it. He definitely has a team of PR people behind him who are capable of telling him to shut his fucking mouth if they think he's doing something stupid. So at this point, it's kind of obvious to me that this is a marketing strategy to get more attention on the song. He is baiting people.
KSI did rhyme the word ring with ring.
Yes, and so have many artists. So many artists have rhymed a word with the same word.
Whoopie scoop, scoop dee whoop, whoop dee scoop dee poop.
I think much like the fake laughing, he's really just playing this up to get people to talk about the song more. But if you acknowledge that, then the next question becomes, is it actually working? The last song he released featured Oliver Tree, a pretty popular artist, and the music video got 8 million views in 1 year on YouTube. It also charted at number 11 in the UK. Meanwhile, the music video for Thick of It, which has been out for less than a week as of me recording this video, has 20 million views. And right now it's charting at number 14 in the UK. So it's performing pretty well, and all of the clicks generated from people who just want to farm the hate and leave negative comments are ultimately helping him in the short term. But I think the phrase short term is definitely going to have to be a big focus here. Promoting a song based simply off of how much people hate it can be a good strategy. Any publicity is good publicity. And there are probably some people who checked out the song because of how much hate it got and ended up liking it. I mean, it's gotten such high engagement in terms of dislikes and comments that it's undoubtedly going to be recommended to a lot of new people who haven't heard of KSI, and they might actually like it. But there is a price to pay here. In the wake of this mental breakdown marketing strategy, hundreds of creators have posted videos clowning on KSI, saying that he's a man-child, he can't take criticism, he's embarrassing, his song sucks. And they don't think he's joking. They think he's actually having a very real breakdown online. Are they wrong? Probably. Yeah, I think so. But the perception is there. And as a result, there's now a market for shitting all over KSI, even for very minimal things. And the clip farming community on Twitter has definitely taken notice, pulling out old clips to try and paint him in the worst light possible.
Slightly controversial question.
Oh, God.
What do you think about the Palestine-Israel situation at the moment?
I honestly have no idea what's going on.
Translation: if I call this a genocide, I'll be canceled and Logan Paul will divorce me. The idea that some silly YouTuber who made the song Lamborghini should be commenting on complex political issues is beyond dumb. And frankly, this clip isn't even that bad. He just says he's not a political guy. He doesn't really pay attention to it. He doesn't care about it. And as a result, he doesn't want to speak about it. But to these people, that doesn't really matter. There is now a clear market for people to hate on KSI with 6-month-old clips. And this is a fire that he himself started. And these clip farmers, while they're wrong, also open the door for other people to get attention by pointing out legitimately shitty things he's done, like brushing off the criticism against Logan Paul as hate, and Mr. Beast is just having a lot of haters. And I think he's kind of letting this get to his head a little bit because he went into this thinking, oh, well, people hate the song, may as well capitalize on that, may as well get as much attention as possible to promote the song that I put work into, and now he thinks he can get away with saying literally anything. KSI originally stated that anyone can react to his song and they won't get copyright claimed for playing it, but the reason I won't even play 1 second of it is because he knowingly or unknowingly went back on that promise. Ludwig got his video blocked worldwide for playing the song, and when Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast got claimed, KSI responded to him with "Cry more pussy, womp womp." Now, in the interest of being fair, KSI is not the one directly claiming the video, and it does seem like the music label he's signed to worked to get it back up pretty quick. Ludwig's stream also went back up pretty fast. But the effect of sending a message like this to Ethan Klein is that the dude just looks like a total asshole. If the song is going to go back up anyway, why even respond with that kind of message? Why even play into it? Frankly, it makes other creators who see that, and there are a lot watching right now, not want to associate with him in any positive manner at all. And on top of that, it opens the door to subsequent waves of hate against him. And this profitable hatred also extends to Logan Paul, although in fairness, it has existed for years. I think the KSI drama is just exasperating it. Introducing Minecraft person who was a child and now just kind of looks like one. Tommy Innit posted a screenshot of Logan Paul's podcast showing him promoting Prime during a segment titled Gaza Conflict. Logan saw this harmless joke and he obviously didn't really like it and decided to leak DMs showing that Tommy had glazed him offline in the past. Destroy him, Logan. You have Tommy Innit's full faith. That was incredible. Thank you, boss. Hey, Logan. Hope you're well post-fight. It was freaking awesome to watch, man. I'm just wondering if you're around soon. I'd really love to learn some more from you and ask some good questions. He got ignored for that one. New video was freaking awesome. Hey, thank you, G. If the same week I had a daughter, I also lost to a beef with Tommy Innit, I would kill myself. Now, it is worth noting here that Tommy is being kind of fake. He knew all about the forest incident and the crypto zoo thing, and despite that, he was comfortable cozying up to Logan Paul, just like a lot of other people were, because he thought that it would benefit him. He was asking him for YouTube advice not even that long ago, and now he's calling him a man-child, while Logan is trying desperately to end the drama. And he's not really succeeding at that, I will say. What's important to note here is that at the top of the YouTube game, there's a very political atmosphere going on. There's a House of Cards chess game. And through this controversy, KSI has managed to make himself extremely hateable. He's managed to make himself and his friends more fun to hate than they are beneficial to collaborate and work with. One thing many people have criticized Mr. Beast for is his lack of response to people calling him out for his recent controversies. But to his credit, he knows that at this point, responding in any kind of way is not going to be beneficial to him whatsoever. Especially because if he were to respond now and more allegations then come out, he then has to post another response and it only fuels drama channels. That's why the only acknowledgement of this entire situation we've gotten was his tweet saying Chris Tyson was now kicked off the team. And since then, it's been complete radio silence from him. Plus, he's got a busy schedule of renting out a theater, watching Talk Tua, eating Lunchly, and listening to KSI's new song all at the same time. From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Mr. Beast is only willing to say exactly what he has to when he has to. And that is how the game of public relations is played at a level this high. KSI's strategy, on the other hand, is very different. He's decided to never shut his mouth. And in the short term, it's made his song get a lot of plays. But in the long term, it's gonna make him be seen as a generally unlikable asshole to the general public.
Bro, I be dead ass sitting in my room, bro, listen to the Talk to a podcast, drinking Prime, listen to your shit. Like, it gets me.
You're taking a piss. You're taking a piss again,
No, I'm
bro.
not, bro. I'm not.
Logan Paul, meanwhile, is just, I don't even know. I think he probably has Down syndrome or something. Somebody get this man a binky and a block of cheese to play with. He needs to be, he needs to be distracted. He needs to be stimming. These guys are so hated now that Tommy Innit even made a parody of the entire Lunchly launch, making fun of corporate YouTubers selling things to their audience.
Vapely. Vapely is an all-new way to make fans feel
Good. I gotta be honest, I don't think the KSI song is that bad. I wouldn't really listen to it. It is pretty funny, the lyrics. From the pen to the king. Like, they are really funny, but it's not even close to the worst song I've ever heard. It's really just mid. And a lot of the people calling out these guys are not really being honest about their criticisms. I don't think most people think the song is that bad. Whether on purpose or not, I think there's a lot of disingenuous hatred of these people. But in the process of all of this, what KSI has managed to do is let his ego get the better of him. And that ended up alienating half of the people who could like him in the future. These guys are not going to be seen as YouTubers anymore, and people are not going to give them the benefit of the doubt in any drama they have going forward, especially KSI because he keeps playing into the drama. Now, if you'd excuse me, I have some Comedy Shorts Gamer to go watch.
Hey, baby. My name's Comedy Shorts Gamer.